Alrighty guys, so we are back and we have this decision to make. I talked to my friend about it after the last episode to make sure that take the risk and choose door 3 was the right choice for this ending, and it is. So let's say screw you guys, I'm going door 3.
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3.
Damn.
What? That's
Savage.
nuts! You've got to be crazy!
Yeah, get shit on, Santa.
Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
Because you kill us later, so we need to see what's through this door.
I'm just...
Junpei paused. Actually, he didn't kill us, technically. He swallowed the words he'd been about to say. He just left us alone to die, essentially.
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
That doesn't explain shit!
I've got a reason.
So I wonder, can we see Snake when we open the door? Are we gonna know as soon as we open the door, or are we not gonna know until we, after we find the dead and stuff? I can't remember the positioning of his corpse.
I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me.
With that, he began walking toward the door. Their curiosity likely getting the better of them, the others followed. A few of them looked a little suspicious, but Junpei told himself that wouldn't matter. He kept walking and kept silent. Eventually, they arrived at the number 3 door. Junpei stopped.
I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
Why?
Please, just do it.
He stared at Junpei for a moment, then grunted and laid his palm heavily on the scanner.
Happy?
Yeah, thanks. The number 7 has been entered into the red.
Alright.
Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Jumpy, what are you trying to figure out?
Yep. I think
Junpei thought about his answer for a moment.
I might have found another way out.
What?
What?
Really?
That got them excited, just as Junpei had intended.
Now please, June?
Oh, okay.
Huh. Interesting. 7 plus 6, yep. Alright, with those two numbers in the red, Junpei had what he wanted. He casually placed his own hand on the scanner, and the third asterisk blinked on.
Alright,
9.
the only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12.
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
I'm not up to anything.
Wait, what?
I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift.
What?
Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice. So I'm waiting.
Junpei laid his hand almost casually on the lever. What the heck?
You son of a bitch! You
Oh, God.
tricked us!
Damn, what the heck, Junpei?
Stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
Bullshit. Huh. I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
So we tricked them and now we're making them if I'm understanding it right, we're making them fight over who is gonna put their hand there next? Junpei glanced at June.
Jumpy?
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June. That's it?
Santa was furious, his face was red, and flecks of spit flew from his lips as he spoke. Junpei closed his eyes calmly and then opened them again.
So, who's it going to be? Santa, or Lotus and Clover?
Yeah.
Shit!
Damn.
Let's go, Clover.
Oh shit. Lotus stepping up. Whoa. Lotus leapt forward. She grabbed Clover by the sleeve and ran for Junpei in the door.
Fuck!
Santa, get fucked. Caught by surprise, Santa froze for a moment, then shot forward like a bullet from a gun. Like a bullet from a gun. Well done. Well done, game. Well done. Good job. Good job with that line. Lotus had a head start, but Santa had the advantage in size and speed. Almost immediately, he passed Lotus and Clover.
No, wait!
Santa did not hesitate.
Ah!
He slammed his hand down on the red. Oh!
This is insane! This isn't right!
Yep. Okay. He glared at Junpei, his chest heaving, so we're going with Santa, I guess. Damn, I was hoping Lotus and Clover made it.
Yeah, well, you may be right.
Junpei's voice was cold, but not without effort.
But
He turned to the red and pulled the lever. Alright. With the sound of metal on metal, the door opened. It would only remain so for 9 seconds, so there's no time to think.
go.
Junpei and his 3 reluctant companions jumped into the door's gaping mouth one after another. No sooner did they enter than an all too familiar noise sounded from their left wrists. Yep. Okay, so I guess I can't see the body yet. Junpei looked back only once and saw Lotus and Clover on the other side of the closing door.
No!
They stood still, stopped where they had been when Santa reached the red. The defeat and desperation on their faces tore at Junpei's heart. Then the door closed, and they were gone.
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
Santa rounded on Junpei, lightning crackling in his eyes and his knuckles white. You know what's interesting? The people that went through this door aren't even gonna be able to open. Well, I guess technically we could ditch someone in equal 9, right? I think.
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough!
It hadn't been Junpei that spoke, but 7.
We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter!
Yep. The clock was ticking. The dead was their only chance at survival. Unless they could find it and deactivate their detonators, the 4 of them would
We got
be...
less than a minute left! No time for screwing around! Get moving!
Oh,
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard!
Santa angry. They scattered and began to scour the room. The deactivation device was nowhere to be found.
Where the hell is it?
Corridors stretched out in 3 directions, but every one was blocked off by a wall of metal. There was only one way out. One other door.
Over there! It's gotta be behind the door!
7 ran for the door, a rusty iron thing. His large hands grabbed hold of the handle and pulled.
Damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing!
Junpei stuck his head through the door and looked around the room.
No, wait.
I'm waiting until the... well, let's get past the beeping, actually. Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the right wall.
I found it! The dead's right over here!
He stepped into the room.
Ugh.
Oh, yep, the body.
What? The floor's slippery!
He stopped and glanced down at his feet. What was...
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
There's something...
Get over there!
Yeah. Junpei felt 7's heavy hand against his back and stumbled across the room. The other 3 piled in behind him. They all felt immediately that something was wrong. Nothing that could be easily identified, only a sense that something terrible shared the room with them. But there was no time to say so.
Quick! Get to the dead!
They all started running. In the dark, it was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was the tiny red light blinking at them over and over and over.
There it is!
In quick succession, they all slammed their hands against the scanner panel. Alright. And now for the yelling. Or the realizing of dead body. One of the two. 7 leaned against the wall, gulping air. As his breathing began to return to normal, he glanced at his left wrist and grunted.
It stopped. It stopped.
Still fascinated by the LLR that's on the wall in blood. Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's face.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
What the...
The sound of retching came from Santa's direction.
What the hell is this smell?
Yeah.
This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
So desperate had they been in their race to the dead that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible, nauseating stench, like burnt and rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose with every breath he took.
Oh, you're right. This is...
He felt his stomach clench and bile rise up in his throat.
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
Okay, so, shit, what was I gonna say before? Crap. Oh no, I lost it now. I just didn't want to say it during that beeping, and I had, like, something I wanted to talk about, and now it's gone. Alright, well, maybe I'll think of it as we play. The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switch plate next to the door. Slowly, with the toll of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, Seven walked toward it. Ugh, sloshing in the blood. He stopped as he got close and extended his fingers towards the switch.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
There was a soft click as the lights came on. Just as the lights turned on, June took in a short breath and... Yep. A scream echoes through the room. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. His heart ceased to beat. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him.
What?
Hey,
Oh, this is...
What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great Red Sea. Jesus. They're so poetic with their description of a blown-up body. A vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall even as they dried to it. Gross. Like, it's... I don't know if it's the exact same line, so it's very similar to the other times we've, like, read this, like, just nasty description here in this novel mode of this scene.
Looks like an explosion.
Devin's voice was low and strained.
Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
Yep, that key line again.
it's definitely an open fracture.
It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. I'm still just thinking about the LLR on the wall. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. Like, I'm trying to think, is there gonna be, like, some kind of combination or something we have to do using LLR or something? Like, we can have, like, a padlock where we need to do left, left, right or something? I don't know. His bracelet lay next to him, or is it, like, an abbreviation for something? Like, I don't know. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces. That's also interesting that there's a bracelet. So now we have the idea from the other endings that this might be a fake body. Yet there is a bracelet that it's broken, so we can't see the number. I was joking with my friends saying, like, maybe it was like a crazy thing that I'm pretty sure it's not, especially after hearing this. I guess, well, no, never mind. I guess it technically could be. Okay, so my stupid theory I was joking with my friend was maybe it was someone of this group that did this to like fake Snake's death. they, you know, while we were all searching for Snake, or while we were all searching to fix the Reds, that's what it was, someone grabbed Snake, took off his clothes so that way they could put him on this body, and they dragged the 9th man's body here. Granted, faking this blood splatter would probably be rough, and they'd have to find a way to move the body without leaving blood trails and stuff. And how would they, like, enter this room and all that stuff, and can they even get back to that room? But it was just a joke, really, anyway. I don't think I really believe it. But I was just thinking, like, oh, well, crap. If this is the 9th man's body dressed in, Snake's clothes, then where would the watch come from? Or the bracelet? But technically, you could grab the one from where the 9th man's body is, because no one ever took that, you know? Speaking of, if we found out that you can use the bracelets after you die, I'm surprised we didn't take that bracelet. Did our characters just not think about that? We should have taken the 9 bracelet. I feel like that would have been very helpful, right? Huh. I didn't really think about that. Because I thought it disabled after you died, but that wouldn't make sense when we had Clover's axe ending where she was like, look, I have all these bracelets now, we can get through door 9 or whatever. So, or like she talked about having the 0 bracelet, but that guy was dead and his bracelet still would have worked, so, interesting. Unless that one was like broken and that's why we couldn't, which could be why this one is too, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. I can't remember if the 9th man one was broken or not.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
You can't even tell who it is. Another key line for what we know now. Half his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating him almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. That's what it is, it's tomato sauce! It's not blood. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks.
But the clothes are...
They were all familiar to Junpei.
Is that... Snake?
Santa's voice wavered as he spoke, his mouth dry.
Oh my god.
Finally, Junpei spoke.
Why did this happen?
Yeah, there is a lot of this that we're retreading ground from the other times that we found the body. No! Oh, jeez. But I want to see the different dialogue, like, in case there's any changes, I'm just taking my time through it. Suddenly, June was screaming, her voice broken. It was an eerie scream, full of insanity, and not entirely human.
No! No! No!
She shook her head violently and grabbed fistfuls of her own hair. Junpei could hear the sound of hair tearing.
Stop! Calm down.
He grabbed for her wrist.
Hey!
But as he did, June leapt up and ran toward the exit.
Please! Get me out of here!
Jeez.
You have to let me out of here!
She screamed at the door, and her fist slammed against it with a hollow sound. Junpei could see drops of blood on her knuckles.
Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
June...
She screamed again, a desperate, mindless cry. Her fists flailed against the door. LLR.
Get me out of here! Please! Please! Just let me out!
Lotus likes roll-ups. Probably it.
June!
Junpei couldn't watch anymore. He ran to June and wrapped his arm around her, pulling the screaming girl away from the door.
Calm down.
No! Get off of me! Let me go! Let me
Jesus,
go!
she's just losing
Please,
her mind.
calm down.
She scrambled for a moment, her legs skittering across the floor, but her resistance didn't last long. As suddenly as her outburst had begun, it was over. The manic energy disappeared, and her body went limp in Junpei's arms. June collapsed toward the floor, and Junpei knelt down with her. Damn. He felt drops of something warm and wet. She was crying? A moment later, she began to sob. Damn. Her shoulders shook and great hot tears rolled down her face like rain.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be alright, June. It's going to be okay, Connie.
Oh. Her name was a whisper.
I'll be here with you, okay?
She nodded once.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Her trembling voice pulled at Junpei's heart. He stroked her hair gently. His face was so close to her. The scent of her hair was nostalgic.
Do you feel better?
Yes, but I'd like to stay here. For a little while, at least. Jumpy's body is so warm.
And then they fucked all night. Several minutes passed before before June's tears had dried. Junpei stood up. Oh, a different angle of the room? He bent down, put his arms under June's, and helped her to her feet. They didn't speak. Neither did Seven or Santa. A person was dead. They had died in that room in a terrible way. Junpei knew there was no way he could make himself forget that. There was no way any of them could forget it, but mourning would do no good. They spread out to search the room, but each felt as if their heart was made of lead.
We better get to it.
Oh, here we go. Find a way out. Does this mean we get to analyze any bit of the body? I'm guessing we're going to be limited of what we can see, of course. But can we, like... Yeah. Those letters written in blood, LLR. Do you think that might be some sort of dying message from Snake? No, that's impossible. You saw the body. You weren't doing anything after something like that happened to you. There's other ways to get blood there, Seven. Like, easily you could pull like a Naruto and bite your finger and then just start drawing shit with your blood. The way the blood's dried tells you it's real old. Whoever's blood this is ain't Snake's. Then you're saying the blood was put here a long time ago. Oh, so maybe... Okay, so maybe it was, judging by, like, the... I will listen to them when they're talking about the blood drying, or being more dried than the other blood, I guess, is what he's saying. Alright. I'll leave my own opinions aside and assume that it was not Snake that wrote LLR on the wall, which means it's highly possible that it's just part of this puzzle. Oh, you can turn the lights off. Ooh. I feel like they're gonna let me do that for a reason. Divider between the stalls. That's where we came in. Alright, we got the... Not even a drop. Alright. Oh. Oh. There's a piece of paper tied to this pipe with a wire. Notice, drainage valve operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. LLR. Not enough. Oh, there is a... Oh, crap. There is, like, a left and a right, though. Unless it's, like, left, left, right, left, left, right. I don't know. There's water coming out of the shower head. Let's see if... Shit, that's hot. Really hot. Man, that water must be just about boiling. Damn, okay. I don't know if we have enough info. Oh, I already checked all 3 toilets, you know, nothing unusual there. Alright. It's a thermometer. Can you get it off? No. It's screwed onto the wall. Alright. The screws were highlighted. Oh. It looks like a card, like a key card. Too deep? I can't reach it. Oh, come on. You can still reach that. So we need something to be able to reach that. What is that? What do you think this is? Looks like tar? It's kind of sticky. I don't think we can just wipe it off. I doubt just pouring some water on is gonna help much either. What about hot water? Hot water? If we had some really hot water, like boiling hot. Oh gee, I wonder where we're gonna get that. Then maybe that would wash it off. Alright, so we need something to put the water tank. Organize. Wait, what? Huh. But he's not wasting any time. Oh! Hey, we got a screwdriver. Nice. But his tank, there's nothing in it. Alright, cool. That's that. Can we go? Oh, we got a bucket. Let's take that bucket. Yeah. Oh, Junpei reached for the broom, and as he grabbed it, he heard a soft voice from behind him. It was June.
The rabbit hutch.
Huh?
He turned around. June still looked sadly pale, but there was a smile on her face.
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Jumpy and the broom. You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
I was.
Don't you remember?
Junpei stared at the broom in his
You
hand.
mean, you don't remember that summer either?
She looked very sad. He shook his head.
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that? It was terrible.
What? They were in the 6th grade. Oh, story time. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her into the rabbit hutch. The first thing he saw was blood. What the heck? The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits. What? Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over.
Oh my god. June is the worst of everyone. She's a fucking sociopath. She killed all the bunnies. That's the first step to killing people. You start killing animals. Oh my god.
You held me, and you looked very serious, and you said, "Don't cry. I'm gonna catch the person who did this."
It's June.
After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were gonna catch the killer together.
Yeah, she wanted in on the investigation to make sure that he didn't get too close to the truth. June smiled, and a little of the flush of life returned to her cheeks. I knew it. I knew it. I said it. I don't trust the cute girl. It's taken a long time to get here. No, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just making shit up at this point. But the fact that I never trust the cute girl that is obviously acting cutesy in any of these games. Danganronpa taught me that.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember.
The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky. And June's, Akane Kuroshiki's face that night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived.
The
Aww.
murderer never showed up.
Yup. Yeah, she did. She was sitting right next to you.
We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
He felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked up at him confused.
Oh, come on, we were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
I wasn't worried.
Because she was the killer!
Because you were there with me.
She blushed furiously. Furiously!
Well, you know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Because she wanted access to kill them!
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know?
Well, yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were gonna make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't gonna tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
She's disappointed.
Yeah, it is.
He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important.
Really?
Of course.
That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had asked to take care of the rabbits so that he could be near June. But it had been so long ago, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he'd felt back then. It would be embarrassing. He took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know? We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Yes. I'm gonna look over there.
June nodded curtly, then then turned and walked away.
I should get back to it myself.
All right.
Ah! That's right. The pool of blood.
Yep. Junpei turned around and looked at the room. At Snake's body, chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor.
Going on and on about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing? Well, maybe it was because we're in this mess.
Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find. Yeah, the death of rabbits! Good job! Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before him.
I have to survive, no matter the cost. I need to make sure she gets out too.
So she can kill more rabbits. As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live. Alright, we're back! We are back. Whoa, wait, whoa. Oh, there's blood even on the toilet paper, right? It's toilet paper with some kind of red symbols. Oh, symbols. You think maybe that's a Skytail cipher? What? Skytail cipher? What the hell is that? You wrap a piece of paper around a stick and then write several sentences on it so that the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper and you can't tell what the original message was, right? That's how it works, more or less. Then to decipher it, you gotta have a stick that's the same diameter as the original one. The same diameter as the original one, huh? Yeah. Then you just wrap the paper around that stick and you can read the code. Interesting. I mean, that's not the broom, is it? What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom? Broom wrap. Okay. Now do I search it? Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper around the broom, huh? Looks like the symbols lined up perfectly. It says 634 plus. Interesting. 634 plus. The wooden box. There's something in here. Luminol. Oh. I know what we're gonna use that for. I think. Maybe. Okay, first off though, change to the broom. Can we use the broom to get this? Looks like a keycard in it, but I can't reach it. No. Guess not. Okay, well next step is shower, fill the bucket water. Hey 7, could you turn on the shower? I want to put the bucket under the head. Okay, sure thing. Fill that bucket up. Bucket filled with hot water. Alright. In here, in here, in here, and here. There's something that looks like tar on the inside of the tub bowl. If I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. Alright. Wait, what? If I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. Wait, so how do I do? Do I need to put the... Alright, okay, yeah, so the hot water has to go in the tank. So you filled it, now you should be able to flush it, right? There's probably a handle somewhere on the tank that you can pull. You think so? Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Some pipes. There, alright. And there we go. 185 equal. Huh. Interesting. That stuff's washed off. Looks like that writing was numbers. See it? 185 equal. What is this? You got me. Just looks like numbers. 185 equal. Try to remember that. And then we have this, which is 63 plus. Interesting. Okay, so what can we spray with luminol while it's nighttime? Right? Or dark, I should say. Do we turn the light off and then... Wait, you don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do you? Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here, but maybe I should try it just in case. Oh! Yup, there we go, alright. Just like you thought, Junpei. There's some more letters showing up after the LLR. See? It says LLR, LRL. This is just... friggin', wow. Why can't I think of what they're called? The frickin' thing's on WoW. Wow, I can't think of what they're called. I want to say, Murlocs, there we go. Alright, LLR, LRL. Probably for this, right? LLR, LRL. Well, it did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything. Hey, this drain's acting up. What the hell did you do? I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big. I almost had that, but obviously I needed the second part of the code to actually get it. We touched these before. It doesn't look like the shower works. Oh, okay. You have to... Really hot water comes out of the shower. I get the feeling it might still be useful for something else. Interesting. Oh, it filled this up. Water must be flowing through the pipe on the right. There's water pouring out of the drain. It made the keycard float, and now we can get that. Cool. Neato. Alright, and now the last bit of the puzzle is probably for this. We have 185 equal, and then there's also 2 locks here. The password is 4 digits. Nothing happens when I press these buttons. It looks like the power is on. I wonder what the deal is with those things that say lock up there at the top, though. Yeah, it looks like the red light is off. Yeah, it still says lock. Lock, huh? There's a blue light right next to it, but it's... Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. I think we have to do something else before it's gonna let us enter a password. Maybe we have to disable those 2 things that say lock first, you know? Oh, okay. Blue light just came on, so we need a different key card. One thing we didn't do was we didn't take the screwdriver here.
Hey, Junpei, you know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
At 107 degrees, the cells in the human
So basically
body
we're
start to
dead, so it
die.
doesn't matter if the
Your organs
thermometer
begin to
works.
shut down. The proteins in your cells start to harden. It's like when you hard boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg. In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107.
Oh yeah?
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high. Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107. Of course, there are other external things that could.
Like
right.
what?
Well,
Fire?
let's see. Something like getting locked in a sauna.
Yeah.
Or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep, yep.
All right, I got it.
Cool.
What's up?
Nothing. Forget about it.
What was that all about?
Thermometer! Oh, you took the thermometer off. It says open at the bottom of the gauge. I wonder what that means. Maybe when it gets that hot, something will open. Oh, okay. So... where is this? We can't put it like the water flowing out of the drain where we found the key card. Oh, we can't even go over there now. Okay. Yeah, if I can get this hot water on the thermometer, then maybe... alright. Heat it up, boys! Let's do it! Yep, looks like it's doing the trick. There goes the gauge, and now it's at the open mark. Huh, it opened. What's this? Looks like there's a piece of paper in here. Oh shit, more numbers. Damn, I thought it was gonna be another key card. Interesting. 957 plus. So, huh. We have two numbers with a plus after them and two numbers, I mean, two sets of numbers with a plus after them, and then one set of numbers with an equal after. Interesting. Little slot here for swiping a card. Nothing happens when I press the buttons. I guess I have to get the red and blue lights on first. Huh, okay, so I am missing an entire thing, huh? Didn't look like the shower works. I never checked this one, did I? Nothing in the toilet. If there was, that'd be gross. Might be something in the tank, you know? Let's open it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. So now I'm sure we have everything. It's just a matter of figuring it out. Huh. The blue light was just on and now it's off now, and the red light is on instead. I guess we have to swipe the card, the red card first, and then the blue card? Okay. Well, that's easy. Okay. Great job, Jumpy. Both the lights are on now. Now you just need to put in the password. Alright, so it's a 4-digit password, and we have 3 sets of numbers. We have 957 plus, we have 185 plus, and then I keep forgetting this one, 634 plus. Huh. Interesting. I'm just trying to figure out, like, it's not as simple as just, but what would the 185 equal be? Because I was thinking, like, oh, it's, okay, no, I know exactly what it is. It's 957 plus 634 plus 185 equals what? That's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna grab my cell phone here because I am not in the mood to try to do that in my head. So we have 957 plus 634 plus 185. 1776. Alright, let's try it. Both lights are on, we should be able to enter the password now. What's with the E and C keys? Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. I know how to do it. Alright, so we got, 1776. Enter. Yeah, we did it! Okay, cool. That wasn't bad once I actually thought about all the way the numbers were positioned with like the pluses and stuff. Alright. And that's it. We're done. We're getting close to the end of this episode, but I think,
There's a large iron door at the end.
Oh, let's go back to novel. But I think we'll do another, like, 5 minutes or so, do some of this dialogue. Outside of the shower room was a hallway that extended off to the left and right. There's a large iron door at the... Or, she said there's a large iron door at the end.
Let's take a look.
They moved a few steps towards the door when Junpei heard the sound of metal on metal. Oh, the door shutting.
Huh?
They turned around. Seven was doing something to the door. Making sure we can get back in.
Seven?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime.
Yep.
So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting.
Hey, he didn't say, alright, let's go. Alright. Let's go. With that, he stood up and, he stood up and began walking down the hallway. He brushed past Junpei and kept going. I'm surprised Seven hasn't said anything. I mean, I guess the distraction of Snake's body kind of made, Santa quiet down, too. But yeah, Seven hasn't, like, complained at what we did or anything. After a moment, the rest of them followed him. Before long, they found themselves at the large iron door. They had only been there for a moment when June spoke up.
Jumpy, look!
He turned. There on the right side of the hallway was a piece of paper attached to the wall. A map.
What's up?
It's gonna be the map again, right?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's...
Junpei ran over and peeled it off. Yep, and now they're gonna see
map
that
of
they
the
make it
ship's
back to the
interior?
hospital room.
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor, then. We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
Junpei folded the map and stuffed it into his pocket. Back at the door, the four of them lined up in front of it. Santa stepped forward. He grabbed hold of the door, and then turned and looked back at the rest of them.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
They nodded. Santa nodded back and threw the door open. Alright, now we are back with everyone else, right? If I'm not mistaken. All four of them leapt through.
What the?
You're shitting me.
It only took a moment for them to realize where they were.
We're back.
Yep. They had been there only a short time ago. It was a large hospital room filled with countless beds. Are the rest of them just sitting there? Lotus and Clover looked up as they entered. Yep, Ace is there as well, although he looked as though he had only just woken up.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay. Lotus? What are you...
About to get beat up. The moment they spotted Junpei, Lotus and Clover headed straight for him. As she neared him, Lotus drew back her hand. Yep. And slapped him open-palmed across the face.
How could you do this to us?
Her face was furious. She grabbed Junpei by the collar and shook him violently. Clover didn't touch him, but the hate in her eyes was no less potent. It was Seven who stopped them.
Knock it off! We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
Yep. Seven's just being level-headed, I suppose. His deep voice echoed across the massive room. Lotus glared at Seven, but let Junpei go after one last vicious shake.
What?
Go have a look. I stuck
Yep.
the screwdriver in the door. That door over there, the one without a number. So long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there. There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too. Anyway, go take a look.
Yep.
Then
Gotta
you're
go
saying
see the
we can
body.
go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
Jeez, not even giving him a
Fine,
heads
let's
up. Lotus and Clover looked at one another for a moment, then nodded and stepped through the door. By then, Ace had made his way to them, moving with the stiff, shuffling steps of someone who had only just awoken from a lengthy slumber.
My goodness. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head weakly.
Should I go as well?
Yeah.
Seven nodded.
Very well.
Ace followed Lotus and Clover with his stiff, tired gait. Yep. We wait for them to come back now. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. Oh, she's back. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces. I think we have read some of this dialogue before.
Probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the ninth man was.
Yep. Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each one of them in turn and continued.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it.
Yeah.
First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open, then they shoved him into it and waited 9 seconds. Once that
We
door
have
shut,
seen this bit.
he probably knew it wouldn't. It was a small chance. Unfortunately, the detonator is Snake,
Yeah.
and then that.
I see. You need at least... It
Ba-boom.
wouldn't open...
Yeah, that means we're looking at multiple.
Alright, so I think we're actually just gonna call it here, guys. When we come back, we will start doing the speed skip. Since we are at stuff we've seen, the speed skip should stop us where we get to new content again. We will be going... Next time, we will be working our way towards the, what is it? 1 door, I think? Let's see here. This ending... Yeah, oh no, sorry, the 2 door. The 2 door is what we're going to be going through. And I think that might be our last puzzle segment of this game, and after that I think we'll have done all the puzzles. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, this was a good episode. We basically got to rehash door 3, we got to see the body first rather than being brought in after the fact, you know. And... You know, like I thought, we just kind of said screw you to everyone else. We probably got a lot of them on our bad side. I wonder how that's going to affect the rest of the playthrough with Junpei being so selfish as to going through door 3 like that, you know. Even though it ended up being okay because he came back, you know, there's no way he could have known that, so I'm sure that's still going to leave some people pissed off at us for the rest of this playthrough, you know. And I wonder how that'll change things differently and all that. But yeah, we had an interesting story with June where I firmly believe that she killed those bunnies, but I guess we'll find out. I'm sure. Like, I've always thought since the beginning of the game that we're gonna get some, like, crazy scene with June. Either she was gonna die first, or she was gonna be a crazy person. So we'll see if one of those 2 things hold up, or maybe I'm just completely wrong and someone else killed the rabbits and it was just an adorable little story, you know? But, anyway, that story was definitely interesting, and it also makes me wonder... I forget if it was an option for her to have been able to do it, but I wonder if she was the one that stabbed us, after ending, the first ending that I got, where I got stabbed by someone who I didn't know. Could it have been her, you know? I don't know. But yeah, I'm still waiting until we, like, have some kind of... I don't know if we're ever gonna get confirmation of who got stabbed, or who stabbed us at that point, or if we're just kinda have to, like, context clue it and, like, come to that conclusion ourselves, you know? But anyway, we also found out what the LLR was, which was something in a different playthrough we saw on the wall, and I didn't know if it was some kind of clue left by Snake, but now we know that might not be Snake's body, and we know that it was just needed to finish that puzzle room, so it wasn't even related to that, so, alright. That's unfortunate. I was trying to figure out some kind of, like, you know, cool thing with that, but it just ended up being for that puzzle room. So yeah, we got through another puzzle. We'll be heading to the 2 door next. Based off the pattern, we'll probably have 2 puzzles to go through there, so we're probably several episodes away from finishing this this ending. But I am looking forward to it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.